Okay, I'm making a recording of 15 no limit for tablings. Um, in the first table, I have 8-10 suited. This is a guy who is actually folding quite a lot to 3-bet. This could be a profitable 3-bet situation here. Okay, I've just started my session not too long ago. Okay, this is a very good flop for me. I flop an open-ended straight draw, so I'm going to just continue to c-bet, and most likely I'll be able to take it down. And this is one guy whom I've actually taken some notes on, where I, where he likes to dongs, and most likely it actually represents weak hand. Okay, with 5-6 suited here, this guy is actually quite short. C-bets quite a lot, so I'm going to fold this. This is quite a tight passive player, so with King Jack, even though I have position, I do not quite like to call in that situation, because it'd be very hard to outplay these kind of guys, because post flop, even if they have a very strong hand, they'll just go check check check. So it's very hard to play against this kind of guys, but of course we only have 26 sample size with him, so his stats might be quite deceptive. So unless I get more information on this kind of player, I'll try not to get into a lot of pots with them with marginal hands. As can be seen, I've actually color coded some of the players from my previous play with them. Purple represents a rather loose and aggressive player, and orange color represents a typical regular with a tight aggressive tendency, and a red color coding like this guy over here is actually a neat. So I'll be looking to bluff him a lot, and take down a lot of small pots against him. There's a neat over here, and I think Jack 7 suited is full. Okay, this is a guy whom I have no history with. So by default, this will be a standard 4-bet situation. If I have more information on this guy, then maybe I'll know whether I should be 4-betting or calling his 3 bets. So when I 4-bet and he folded, this will actually give me a sense of his 3-betting range. Pocket deuce. I think there are quite a few players behind me left to act, so I'll rather fold this. Um, 7-8 suited. The table is quite the guys at the late position is actually quite tight, so I could get away with raising speculative hands. And of course, the most possible guy that will be calling me will be this guy who has quite a wide calling range. 2013, that means that his calling range is actually quite wide. This will be a good flop for me to see bets, and I should be able to take it down by double or triple barreling against this type of player. This gives me a flush, and this complete a possible flush, but I think this will be a good barreling card for me because I hit 2 pairs. Yeah, so I take it down through double barreling, and of course I could have the best hand over there. I think I have the best hand over there, but it is unfortunate that he do not have any top pair hands to continue with. But anyway, even if I do not hit the 2 pairs, I think double barreling with most of the turn card will be definitely profitable. Queen Jack suited, I'm out of position against this guy. I think I just fold this because I do not have information on what kind of play he is, and I do not like to play this kind of hand out of position. Even though he's quite a late raiser. He tells me that he has a weak range and he folds easily to c-bets. So with all my information that I have on him now, I think he'll be making a mistake of bluffing too much rather than folding too much. So I will allow him the opportunity to bluff away his stacks by calling his raisers at in position. So he checks at turn, so most likely he does have a showdown hand, and I think this will be a good time to value bet him. Unfortunately not, but anyway, I think I played quite okay in that hand because I think if I'm going to 3-bet him, he's most likely going to fold to my 3-bet. So I would rather have give him the opportunity to make the mistake of bluffing more than to allow him to play perfectly to ask him to fold to my 3-bets. King Jack against 2 tax player, short stackers, and I'm effectively in the cutoff position. This will be a standard raise. I've actually tried to reduce my number of tables so that I'll be able to focus more effectively on every hands that I'm in. My goal for poker for next year is to actually improve my game such that I'll, I can tell myself that I'm actually a good winning player at 15 no limits. Not just some break-even regulars achieving supernova and nothing else. My eventual aim is to move up to high stakes cash game and be able to crush high stakes. In order for me to do that, I don't think I can achieve that goal by just playing more, not starting away from the table. So from next year onwards, I'll be more focused on training, playing fewer tables to understand much more about cash game, because it is really not easy. This is an interesting small bet here. Given that he's short stacks, that is a very obvious value bet. So small bet will be equals to value betting with middle pack. Now, from this information, I can infer that he does have some knowledge on the principle of big pot, big size. So the next time if I see him over betting or betting pot, I'll know that he does have the goods. And all these informations are really very important. This guy seems to be quite a loose aggressive player, but with only 279 sample size, I can only infer as much. Okay, this guy is seemingly playing a very wide range, so I think with a7 in position, I can call and try to play post flop with him. And of course I got the nut flush draw. He's going to see bet very often, but in this case he doesn't, so I'm going to check behind. He don't have a flush draw, I think, so I think I'll just bet a very small amount to induce him to call. Which unfortunately he folds. So as can be seen for this guy here, he's actually a loose player, but he's actually playing a very ABC kind of poker post flop. He raises up a lot of hand pre-flop, but he will just shut down if he actually misses. Is this a standard squeezing situation here? This is a tight aggressive player. This is a short stacker. He's going to squeeze with three bet percentage of 4.8%. That is quite a narrow range, so his range could be quite depolarized. So I don't think I want to risk my stacks, because I think pocket eights just fare slightly badly against his 3-bet squeeze hit deck. Okay, he's quite a loose aggressive player, so he squeezed out of position with ace 8 of suit, so I think I'll be looking to attack this tendency later on, especially when I see him squeezing um, again, and I can actually 4 bet or 5 bet bluff because his range for squeezing is actually quite tight. There's a limper ace 8, too many players behind me, so I'm just going to give it a miss. If say I'm actually in a position like cut off or button, I might actually raise him, or if I'm actually next to this guy and this guy is actually to my right, I might actually attack his limb if the rest of the players here are actually quite tight. This is a call from a loose aggressive player, so I think his range is very strong there. I have to fold, and quite likely that we might see some all-in pot here because he could have some very big pocket pairs, and this guy he doesn't see bet flop very often, so if he actually checks, that means that he's actually giving up, and the action will end at flop. But if he actually bets here, we can see this being an all-in pot for sure, because I really don't see him calling with just ace queen. Ace king is more likely to 4 bet that. And as I've been playing Zoom for the past 6-7 months, I do need to adjust a little bit to the slower pace of the game. So instead of playing a lot of high or fast-paced actions, I now have to settle down for slower pace action and trying to observe what each and every players do in the table, so that I'm able to take note of their tendencies and exploit them. Ace 9 suited, possible fish in a small blind. I'm going to raise this since the other 3 are actually quite tight. This guy seems to be like a possible fish to me, so I'll be keeping note of this guy for sure. 6-5 suited. There are more needs than loose player, so I think I can just raise this. More a bit. I think this guy might be calling me, but even then he's going to play ABC post flop. I can take down a lot of hands against him, so there's no worry on this. okay, pocket threes is effectively 600 now, so I think I can just raise this quite easily. This is quite a loose player, and overall this table is actually quite loose. Jack 10 in position, min raise, easy call. He's going to he's going to see back all his range, but his bet sizing is a bit on the high side. If I call, he's actually more likely to double barrel. I think I'll just look for a better spot. This is a need, so 46%, so I can actually know what he has when he decided to either c-bet or check flop, because he don't have any check raising range. So when he check flop, that means that he's going to give up easily, and unfortunately this is a very bad this is a bad flop for me to float him. If I float him, he checks, that means that I have the best hand, so that means I can actually bluff turn quite profitably. Unless he c-bets again, then I think I can take this down quite easily. He's going to c-bet turn with aces, ace king, and I think I can take away this with a relatively huge bet. That, yeah, so I think he should have folded. He could be folding his pocket pairs like pocket queens, jacks in that situation. I have ace jack in the third table, so this is a loose limper. I'm going to attack his limps. So in the hand just now, since this is actually a need, so he's going to make the mistake of folding too much post flop. So I didn't realize that this is actually three-way pot. I am actually representing over pair here, so okay, I think I made a mistake. I should have actually checked. Back to this hand. This is actually a need, and he's going to make a mistake of folding too much post flop. So my strategy will be to attack his weakness by making him fold too much post flop with the best hand. So my call with 7 now with position is definitely profitable here. Back to this hand with ace jack. Given how tight I'm actually playing it at this table, only 8-4 over 24 hands. that is actually a very loose call by this guy here. So he could be a fish. Yeah, I think his initial stats definitely shows that he's actually a calling station. The same applies to this guy here. 3215, he's quite a loose player, so these will be the guys that I'll be looking to extract a lot of money from, and not to bluff them often. And there's actually another possible fish here, but until I have more sample size, I can't really conclude anything. Any tables that I want to give out. Okay, maybe I'll give out this table because it is actually quite I have a set, and I think I'll just value bet here. That is an under the gun raise. I have pocket 8s, just a marginal call for me, I guess, but he's actually a very tight player, so I think I just call and give out post flop. For this, I can actually attempt a check raise. Unfortunately, it doesn't, so I think I have the best hand. But I am not able to bet for value at turn here, so I'll just check it now. This will be an easy shove. Wow, interesting. I don't have enough hands on this guy, so I have to have a polarized c-betting range here. So I have air, so I need to c-bet to take it down, and I do have a possible straight with this gut shot, so I'm gonna fire again and give up after that. He has a possible flush now. And I think he just made his flush, so that will actually give me the perfect decision of folding this trash. That is a huge bet by this, and I would have called if he actually bets smaller, but I think this is almost 9x. It's not worth it for me to call it 5-6 suited. This guy limps under the gun, so I think he could be quite a weak player. Of course, some people likes to track by limb raising, But in this case, he's most likely to be a fish, given that he actually limps fold under the gun. So third table is going to be a very profitable table, and we're looking to extract money from this table as much as possible if I have a hand. Okay, this is a loose preflop guy, but ABC post flop. Quite a taggy stats, but there are actually quite a number of players behind. 3-4 suited, I'm going to give it a miss. There's no obvious target in this table except for this Freddy Daddy, Free Daddy 487, who is quite a tight and passive player. His raise of 7% definitely means some strong hands. I'm going to fold 7-10. Okay, close to about 72 hands, I can more or less confirm that this guy is actually a neat. Of course, if his stats actually changes after 100 hands into something like more taggish, I will change the color coding to a taggish color code. And as can be seen, after about 30 plus 40 hands, I'm actually playing quite loose and aggressive at this table, because there are actually more tight players in this table as compared to this table. I'm actually playing rather tight because the table is actually very loose. So I would wait for stronger hands to attack this loose player and extract them for value, rather than playing loose and looking to outplay them post flop, because it is actually very hard to outplay them post flop because they just don't fold. That is an interesting note here. And this is the second time he actually over bet here. So that is quite interesting, especially this is an undergun player and he is actually not 100 BB stack, and he's actually quite a tight player. He thinks for a bit, and if you actually see bets, I think, wow. Okay, so he's actually a manet. I think I got enough information on this guy, so I can actually erase this, because he is actually over betting a number of times, so I can safely say that he's a manet, or maybe he's on tilt, but he's okay. This is a player who just slim in. Wow, another overbet. Is he the same player? No. That would be a very difficult call for me. That is 6x. I totally don't have any reads on him. Queen Jack. It's not deep enough for me to call a 6x raise. I'll fold. Wow, that is a very big re-raise. I could have flopped 2 pair, but heck. If I know what is going to come on the flop, I'm going to be the millionaire. I think I made the best decision of folding this because I could have been chased off the pot as well, because this guy is likely to squeeze since he is willing to do 3 bets. So he's another maniac. Queen 5 suited here. This would be an easy call. He doesn't fold a lot to 3 bets, so with Ace King, I would rather call in position. He c-bet 77%, so he's going to c-bet all his ranges here. So I think a call is in order. So there's an overpair here. He does have a small check raise range. I'm going to check behind and try to get the showdown. He's not. So I'm going to just c-bet for value here. 1.35 seems to be good. Pocket pass, I think. Ace 10, interestingly. He is one guy that I would like to get a lot of hand with, so Jack King, that would be a good call against this guy. Okay, I got top pair. This is one situation where I might get dominated by either this Ija 265 or Free Daddy 487. So that is actually quite a difficult situation for me, but he's betting into 1, 2, 3% in multi-way pot, so highly possible that he could actually outkick me. I'm going to fold. This is one guy who is rather loose, and when he made the call, I think he could have done it with a lot of marginal hand that's not ace, so my c-bet should be quite profitable. King 9 suited, there's a loose player here and the others are actually quite tight, so I think I'll just give it a miss. This seems to be quite a taggish player. Okay, so I think I'm done with my recording for today. Overall, I think I played quite okay. But there's actually a marginal situation in this hand just now where it could be a marginal call or fold. But I chose to fold this because I do only have a top pair and good kicker, and this guy is actually betting into 3 others in the multi-way pot, so I'm not very sure if I'm able to raise this profitably because I couldn't represent a lot if he actually has ace king. Akuni represents a pair of 2s, a pair of 4s, or flush draw. If that's the case, I have more combos of flush draw than sets, and this guy with top pair top kicker, he may actually put me all in and putting me in a difficult situation. So anytime I'm not very sure about what is going to happen, I would fall on the tighter side and fold that hand. So that's it for today.